Hello, everybody. You know, this is Ben and Faye's boxing show prediction. We're newcomers here, so for all you guys out there in the YouTube world, take it easy on us, okay? So today's prediction, and I'm asking my cousin here what he thinks about the fight. Pacquiao Marquez #4, their fourth fight meeting. Okay, so I'm gonna ask my cousin some questions, and hopefully he'll give you guys some good insights.
My best answer.
His best answer, whatever comes to his mind that he thinks that he feels. So what I want to ask you, Saeed, is Pacquiao Marquez #4. Okay, so it's not too far from the fight, and
Couple hours away from fight.
Yeah, and I think that Marquez came in at 143 and Pacquiao 147. What do you think about that weigh-in?
Maybe I think that since Pacquiao's he's heavier, it might give him a little advantage. Because of the weight difference, maybe he'll be harder to hurt him because of the weight difference. Yeah, that's what I think.
That's what you think? Do you think
Marquez does look bigger though? He looks more, bulky and buff.
Yeah.
His body's a little bit smaller, but
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's his legs, like his leg muscles.
Leg muscles, yeah.
That's where he gets all his power from too. So
that's true. That's true.
So that's what I believe. That's what I think about.
Do you think that Pacquiao might have he wanted to come in like a little bit more heavier than Marquez, knowing that he would come in heavier than Marquez?
Do they know that how? I don't think they know how much each other weigh until the weigh-in.
They know there's a limit. I believe that there's a limit, but you can go over.
Maybe I think he chose to maybe go the highest, but stay in the limit.
Yeah. Maybe
he did that as a strategy,
A strategy.
Yeah.
So Marquez came in at 143, right?
Yeah.
Knowing that he's lighter, do you think? Do you think that maybe it might affect him? Like Marquez is going up against it's only a couple pounds more. You know what I mean?
4 pounds.
It's not that much, but you think it'll make a difference in the fight?
You never know. It could, even though it's just a little difference. It could make a big difference.
Big difference. Yeah.
So we'll never know until we see.
That's right.
Tonight.
My question is to you is knowing that Pacquiao, you watched many of his fights, you saw many of Marquez's fights.
Yes.
What would be some of the advantages on Marquez that that you would say that he has against Pacquiao? Because knowing Pacquiao, he's a brawler and Marquez is a technician.
Yeah.
What would be good for Marquez to use?
Advantages, I would say he's a great counter fighter, counter puncher.
Yeah.
Like, if you guys watch the first 3 fights, he was countering a lot of Pacquiao shots.
Yeah.
Towards the middle rounds at the end of the fight, he made Pacquiao bleed.
Mm-hmm.
Pacquiao, he likes to attack a lot. He's really aggressive.
Yeah.
But Marquez uses that to his advantage to make Pacquiao miss, and then he'll come with the whatever
So
combo of his own.
Okay. Mom, we're doing an interview. You're ruining the show. Okay, never mind that, fellas, folks. My question was, so knowing that Marquez, he knows Pacquiao. They fought 3 times.
Yes.
Okay, now on the other hand, Pacquiao, what do you think that was his advantage?
I just think his advantage is his aggressiveness.
Aggressiveness?
I mean, that's how he put Marquez on the floor 4 times.
Right.
And he does have punching power, it's crazy punching power. Like I said, his power comes from his legs.
It comes from his legs, yeah. That's why he has those big old calves and stuff, yeah.
Exactly. So he's capable of putting Marquez on the floor again because he's done it 4 times.
I have a question for you that I'm sure a lot of people would like to know, and I'm sure it's crossed their minds.
Okay.
Do you think that Pacquiao has a bit slowed down a little bit, like his aggressiveness and his speed?
What I'm going to say to that is yes.
You think so? I mean, we see it,
He's slowed down, not because he's getting old or anything, but I believe he's slowed down on purpose.
On purpose?
Because, and why I say that is because recently he started getting all religious and stuff, right? He doesn't gamble, doesn't drink anymore.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like since he's gotten like that, like closer to God, like he says.
Okay.
I feel like he doesn't want to really hurt anybody anymore, like he used to.
Yeah.
That's why that's why I believe he calmed down. But I still believe that he's capable of being the old Manny Pacquiao. You know, still has a lot of fire to
Right.
you know fight and stuff.
Like I've noticed, like myself, like in the past, 2 or 3 fights, you know, it hasn't been the same Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
You know, even though people, you know, like we see on 24/7 that you know he's a religious man, he's in politics and things like that. You know, isn't that bad for boxing? Like especially at this time of his career. You know.
Yeah, I believe there's too many distractions. I mean, the whole religion thing, that's fine.
Okay.
But I think that the politician thing, like, that's really getting in his way because he has to worry about, you know, how he's going to help his community or give back to his people.
Yeah.
And he also has to worry about, like, you know, what he's going to do in the fight. So it's like, it's too much to think about, you know, to put on your mind. I think you need to focus. Well, right now he needs to focus on this fight because it's really, like, one of the most important fights right now for him.
Right.
Because if he loses... Well, he has everything to lose because he won the last 2. They tied the first one. But Marquez, he doesn't have anything to lose, right? Because he's lost the other ones already.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if he loses again, he didn't really lose anything.
So, in your words, knowing that Pacquiao fought Bradley the last fight, if his performance was just like he fought when he fought Bradley, is that good enough to win against Marquez?
No.
It's not.
No. Because, like I said, I think he calmed down a little bit. And the Bradley fight, he would just chill like the first 2 minutes of the round, and then the last minute he would, you know, then he would attack. But for this fight, I think he needs to be attacking the whole time, but also watching out for, you know, Marquez's counter punching. I believe that Pacquiao needs to do some countering of himself too to counter Marquez's shots. So he needs to be aggressive and he needs to counter as well.
So Marquez is much better puncher than Pacquiao.
Counter-wise.
Yeah, counter-wise.
Okay.
Counter-wise.
Not attacking.
Okay.
He can attack, but Pacquiao's better.
Okay.
I believe.
My question again is, say, in the 4th fight here coming up soon, say maybe in the 5th round, do you think that they will go back to like in their old fights where it just completely just, you know, going head up, you know, just clashing with each other, going toe to toe with each other.
I hope it,
you know.
I feel like the 3rd fight was kind of boring because they were both like kind of. I think they're both too scared to open up because none of them wants to get hurt. You know? But I hope this fight, something has to happen because if this fight is like the 3rd fight, and whoever wins, people are gonna, of course, disagree. With whoever wins. If Pacquiao wins again, Marquez fans will disagree. If Marquez wins, of course, I'm going to disagree. Well, you never know. Pacquiao fans are going to disagree. So I believe that for this fight, there has to be a knockout. Otherwise, no one's going to be convinced. Yeah. You know, there has to be some knockout.
Would you say that, you know, like fans all over the world, you know, I mean, they know these 2 guys here, you know. But fans all over the world, I'm sure it crosses their mind to where it's like some believe that Marquez had won 2 of the fights, and then, you know, there's people saying that, well, Pacquiao, he won 2 of the fights. Everybody has their own opinion. You know what I mean? So, in your opinion, you know, the last 2 fights, you know, knowing that Pacquiao had won 2 of them, and the very first fight was a draw. What would you say the last 2 fights with Pacquiao and Marquez? You know, what was it to you that makes you think that, you know, like maybe Pacquiao had won the fight?
I believe that Pacquiao did win the 2nd fight.
Okay.
However, the 3rd fight, the first time I saw it live, I felt like Pacquiao did win. Okay. But the more I go back and watch it, like I watched it again a couple times on YouTube, and the more I watch it, the more I feel that Marquez actually won the fight. I'm gonna be honest, but you guys know I'm a Pacquiao fan. Okay. But the more I watch the 3rd fight, like it's still close, but I feel like Marquez actually. He maybe could have won that fight.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
How about the politics in boxing, even between these 2 guys here? Do you think that maybe they gave it to Pacquiao on purpose just so they can fight again, and maybe you know the boxing world or whatever, you know, and things can make more money, you know? I mean, because these 2 right here are very entertaining fighters, you know. Yeah. So, do you think politics has to play in that also?
You know, in politics, it could be a factor. Yeah, I believe because. Well, like the Bradley fight. Okay. Everyone knows Pacquiao won. If you didn't see that fight, go watch it. And Bradley supposedly won, but if you watch it, Pacquiao definitely won that.
He definitely won. I agree too.
I believe. some kind of politics was involved in that.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe some politics were involved in Marquez 3.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know. There could be though.
Do you think there's well, I would say, do you think there's still room for a Mayweather-Pacquiao fight? Is it still entertaining as before? Like, is it still catchy as before? You know, or is it kind of died out? You know.
Well, to me personally, it's still catchy. Like, I really want to see that fight.
Yeah.
I'm sure you want to see that fight too.
I do. Yeah.
But if Pac loses this, I don't know. Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, if he loses, I feel like, so what? He can still fight Mayweather. I mean.
Yeah.
But
do you
I
think...
also have a theory about that too. Mayweather,
okay.
If I can share it with you.
Sure. Share it with me.
Alright, so Marquez, he's a counter fighter.
Yeah.
And we talked about this the other day, right?
Okay.
And then Mayweather, he's also a counter fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And them two fought, and of course Mayweather won. He's still undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're both counter fighters, then how did Mayweather win, right?
Yeah.
But it turns out that Mayweather is the better counter fighter.
Yeah. He's a better counter fighter.
Yeah,
you know, he has his tricks and trades. You know.
So basically, he turned Marquez into the aggressor, and then he was countering Marquez.
Yeah.
So to beat a counter fighter, you have to be the counter fighter or be the better one.
Knowing that Marquez is a counter fighter and a counter puncher, he cannot do what Mayweather like his tactics, his techniques. You know, his mind thinking. You know, the game of
also
his speed and things like that.
Yeah.
You know. So my other question was, if Pacquiao was to win this fight, and say, you know, of course, you know, and say he fought Mayweather and it happened, you know, of course, you know,
that's the thing.
Do you think that maybe this the Mayweather and Pacquiao fight, you know, it was to happen, and I'm not, this is an early prediction, you know, it hasn't happened yet or whatever, but if they were to, if they were to fight, what would be what do you think would happen?
Well, like I said, you know, like if Pac's having, you know, if Marquez is giving Pac trouble, and Mayweather's a better counter fighter, you could say, than Marquez, then when you put Pac and Mayweather together, I don't know, dude. It makes me think, like, does Pac really have a chance?
Yeah.
I mean,
it crosses the minds of people.
He's fast. Pacquiao's fast too. He has definitely he can definitely hit harder than Mayweather. I believe.
Yeah, I think so too.
He has way more power, but I don't know. It makes you think. Unless Pac pulls out something crazy, or like he gets a really good shot on Mayweather, and like who knows, maybe even knocks him down.
Yeah.
And Mayweather gets back up, and he's like, "Oh, he's stunned. He doesn't know what to do."
You know,
maybe there could be a chance, but Mayweather's like, I don't like him at all. But he's a really good fighter. He's a great fighter.
I like his boxing skills. I just don't.
I like his personality.
I don't like the personality.
He's a great fighter. I'm not gonna lie.
So this fight right here with Marquez and Pacquiao, you know, after this fight is over, say if Marquez was to win, okay, and he won by say he won by points, you know, do you actually think like Mayweather Marquez again, just because of the fact that he beat Pacquiao, and supposedly Pacquiao he's supposed to fight Mayweather, but now Marquez he might step up and say, you know what, I beat Pacquiao, you know what, I want to fight Mayweather one last time.
I don't know.
You know, do you think that's...
I heard Marquez wants to retire after this fight.
Oh, okay.
If he wins. That's what I heard. I'm not sure if it's true.
Yeah.
But if he wins, there's a strong chance that he will retire, you know, with this win. If he loses, I don't know.
Who knows where his career will go from here. Yeah.
But we'll see who wins. My prediction for the fight, though, like...
Yeah, what's your prediction, by the way?
My prediction is, if Marquez wins, like you said, it'll be by decision, by the points. Like, he'll record more points than Pac. But if Pac wins, it'll be by knockout. Yeah, because if Pac doesn't knock him out, like, put him to sleep. No knockdown, knock out, right?
You knock out,
So he can't get back up in time for the 8 count. Then he'll win, definitely.
Yeah.
But if it comes to decision again, you never know. Like, it could be Marquez this time. For a number of reasons. One